Is Ripple planning to go public? Or will the Security and Exchange Commission slam the door in the face of Ripple ambitions? What is the position of Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse on this? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. But first, did you know today is the big reveal of the 50 XRP coins giving away? Make sure to watch till the end to find out who the winner is. It might be you. Welcome back XRP Army. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said in a recent interview that the San Francisco-based business might ultimately go public in the future. In the interview, the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, said, "I believe that in the end, we will be a publicly traded business." While in the midst of this, Ripple is currently involved in a complex legal fight with the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. Garlinghouse told the Wall Street Journal in January 2020 that Ripple might go public within 12 months of the publication. The Security and Exchange Commission action, on the other hand, put a spanner in the works of the company plans to go public. On the issue, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has mentioned that the company is waiting for the outcome of the legal case before proceeding with its initial public offering, IPO. His accusation of the Security and Exchange Commission of dragging its feet was repeated in the interview, with the CEO stating that the regulator is attempting to postpone the legal process. So, following through on their commitments of the past year, Ripple has purchased back shares it issued after raising $200 million in investment in 2019. The remarkable step, according to CEO Brad Garlinghouse, demonstrates the crypto company momentum despite its continuing legal fight with the Securities and Exchange Commission. In late 2019, Ripple raised investment in a Series C funding, headed by Tetragon, and also included investments from SBI Holdings and Route 66 Ventures. The company was valued at $10 billion in late 2019. Ripple is repurchasing the equity shares at a $15 billion value, representing that the investors generated a 50% return in a little more than 2 years of investment. However, the company did not provide any other information about the deal other than the company value. And for those who do not know, when it comes to share buybacks by companies, they are unusual, but not unheard of. Typically, they are an economically inefficient use of cash for new businesses, particularly startups. So, will the Ripple buyback move bring XRP into top cryptocurrencies? What do you think? Brad Garlinghouse told Protocol that despite these insane headwinds with the Security and Exchange Commission and actually losing some clients due to the Security and Exchange Commission case, we expanded very swiftly. Ripple revenue has dramatically risen. We have a great financial position. Even after this buyback, we will still have more than $1 billion in cash on hand. We are entering 2022 from a position of tremendous strength. Brad Garlinghouse went on to add on Twitter that 2022, the word slow down, is not in our vocabulary. Even with the headwinds of 2021, it was our finest year on record, and Ripple financial position with $1 billion in the bank is the strongest it has ever been. Ripple Net is about far more than just cross-border payments. It is also about delivering crypto-native services to businesses, such as liquidity. Currently, the network has a volume run rate of more than $10 billion. The Ripple X team deserves a lot of credit for constantly raising the bar and investing in new capabilities. Ripple X, full steam ahead on establishing a multitude of capabilities to the XRP ledger, NFT, CBDC, interoperability bridges, sidechains and so much more, working hand in hand with partners around the world. After all, we live in a world of many chains. So, do you think Ripple CEO is right about expanding the business? It is still embroiled in a legal battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which sued the business in December 2020. According to the regulatory body, Ripple raised $1.3 billion in unregistered digital asset securities via the sale of XRP tokens, which were issued by the company. The Security and Exchange Commission main contention is that XRP is not a currency, but rather a security, and as such is subject to the severe regulations of the securities industry. As a result of the lawsuit, the value of XRP plummeted substantially, while it remains the 8th biggest cryptocurrency in terms of market capitalization, with a market capitalization of $29 billion. Which is still great, as in a recent market slump has seen XRP, along with other cryptocurrencies, plummet precipitously, wiping off more than $1 trillion in market value in a matter of days. The buyback is important. because that kind of activity is very uncommon, and it comes as Ripple continues to battle Security and Exchange Commission claims. It might also herald the start of a public offering for Ripple in late 2022 or early 2023, when the company still has over $1 billion in cash on hand, as Ripple intends to diversify its business by the year 2022. The payments behemoth intends to expand the XRP ledger capabilities in a variety of directions. In order to improve the capabilities of the Ripple network, its on-demand liquidity or ODL partners and engineers are committed to working together. It's time to reveal the 50 XRP coins winner of this month. And the lucky winner is Waleed Nasir. Congratulations Waleed, we are so happy for you. Dear viewers, let's congratulate Waleed in the comment section below. Let's continue. The Crypto General, a cryptocurrency analyst and trader, assessed the price trajectory of Ripple and forecasted that the altcoin will rise in value. The analyst feels that a breakout has been verified in the price of Ripple, which is presently stabilizing inside of a probable symmetrical triangle. The price of Ripple has been positioned to be at $2.31 by the Crypto General for the next coming months. Will the XRP reach $2.31 in the coming weeks? Share your prediction in the comments. Also, according to Digital Asset Perspectives, if you ever wanted to know what is coming in this digital asset area, Ripple just sold out in just 2 minutes. 00 doubt #XRP holders are well aware of what they have in their possession, and they want more. This announcement has had a beneficial influence on the price of XRP, despite the continuous market volatility that has been witnessed in the cryptocurrency market as a whole. Furthermore, Link2, which is the only platform that accepts cryptocurrency for private equity and pre-IPO investments, announced on Twitter that Link2 is airdropping $1,000 in Bitcoin for every investment made on the Link2 platform for the Ripple buybacks during the next 24 hours, regardless of whether you are paying with wire transfer or Uphold Incorporated. Furthermore, on the 27th of January, news came that President Biden would issue a broad executive order directing his administration to build a regulatory framework for digital assets as a matter of national security. A clear regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies has been a long-standing demand among cryptocurrency pioneers for the better part of a decade. The announcement, on the other hand, sent shivers through the cryptocurrency community. After years of mistreatment of cryptocurrency investors and developers, the credibility of the Securities and Exchange Commission has been severely damaged. The Securities and Exchange Commission, on the other hand, has been at the forefront of eroding investor trust in the crypto market well before the Biden administration. During the Trump administration, Securities and Exchange Commission Commissioner Robert Jackson said in public forums on many occasions that the Securities and Exchange Commission purposely avoided clarification on what constitutes a security, and consequently a subject of the agency regulation, in favor of talking to the market. If you want to continue to know about XRP, we have got 2 videos waiting for you on the end screen to check out. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.